Alright, so it's a big day on the creek here. I didn't really talk about it because it's a very sore subject, but a lot of our chickens met an untimely demise due to Sniffy. And so we've got another poor group of little chickens that stand
they're overboard. Okay,
to be targets of Sniffy again. So today is a big day. We've got some chicken nuggets, some new little baby chicks, and I just wanted to talk to you about, well, the vicious cycle that I live in. And so this is kind of how it goes. Spring comes around and chickens go on sale. Kelsey says, I need some chickens. And she orders them or goes and purchases them. Sometimes she goes into the tractor store for some random item, like maybe alpaca food or something, and then all of a sudden the little chicks are in there speaking to her, and then all of a sudden we have more chickens, okay? Now this has happened. So we've been married for over 4 years, and together for over 5 years, and well, every year. And chickens, I don't know how long they actually live if they were to die of old age. Actually, old Red did die of old age. She had to be maybe 10. So we should at least, at this point, have 40 chickens running around the little homestead here. So how many chickens do we have? So we have 4 chickens. And no, we don't have these as meat birds. We're not, you know, having chicken and dumplings every few weeks. No, we like them for their eggs, and really, the whole goal for Kelsey is just to have a pretty egg basket where, like, there are different colored eggs in there and it looks all cute, and you know, that's just the goal. But you know, the numbers aren't adding up, because when you go to our house and you look, you're not going to find 40. You're going to find 4. 4 chickens. And it's just a real shame. So this is how it goes. Springtime comes around. She gets captivated by these little baby birds, which, you know, they're cute. You can't help it. She buys the little baby birds. We take them home. We lose sleep for weeks because they're chirping in the house, and we've got to keep them fed and cleaned and all that. And then we put them out on their own, and then they start to lay. That's always a good time when you start to get more eggs. And then the chickens talk to Kelsey again at an adult age. They say, let us out of the coop so we can go graze around and be free-range chickens. And despite the fact that she knows that no matter what the chickens tell you, do not let them out, she can't help it. She just can't help it. She goes, oh, you sweet little baby chickens, let me let you out so you can get some worms and eat some of the grass and all that. And she does them that favor. And then she goes inside. And she's inside working around, doing stuff, and Sniffy comes to the door and goes, huh. And she goes, oh, sweet baby Sniffy, I love you so much. You want to go outside? Yeah, I'll let you outside. And then so it's a big day. It's a big day here on the creek. Look at our little
Oh, look, they're like
little
they're falling through
babies.
the holes. I gotta fix them. Wait a minute.
This is look at the little babies.
Also
Oh
have a-
my goodness gracious! Look how
Here.
cute that little.
I know
Oh,
what we can do. We can tear this
hey,
apart
how are you?
and put it right down here.
Hey, is everyone thirsty? All right.
Can you? I got
Alright.
a meeting.
I think that groundhog was in here. We have a groundhog. There's his hole. This is going to be the new chicken coop. We've got to move. The owner of the house that we're at just said, you know, this isn't a farm. We got to get the animals off of the property. So,
Except for the dogs.
not the dogs. So we're going to move the chickens over here. But well, I didn't dress up for the occasion. It's certainly a solemn one, and again, they're just bad days on the homestead sometimes. When you have animals, and there are other animals around who want to eat your animals, sometimes they figure out a way. This was a very large hole, and has 12 chickens in it. Some neighborhood dogs got in the pen and wiped out the flock. We had some there giving off eggs every day, and during this zombie apocalypse, really enjoying our eggs. And we had some young ones and a new rooster, and I was just really excited, and it all came crashing down just in an instant. So there you go. I mean, it's just, I've been using these recycled, reused coops, and I just have not built a good solid one, and got licked again. That's just all there is to it. So I haven't given up on chickens, but I'm gonna have to build a fortress. I mean, electricity, guard towers, probably some lasers, and man, I'm having bad thoughts again. I know those dogs are just doing what they do, but they did what they do to the wrong dude. And I just want to get the AR-15 out and mow them down. I just want to mow them down. They ate our chickens. You know, if we were relying on this for food, man, it would devastate. So just a lesson here. This one, you know, it's sunk in. Okay, I have learned. We've got to build something for our chickens that are worthy. That's worthy of the beautiful birds that it houses. And we had moved them over across the road. Our dogs were great at protecting against these dogs, but didn't see this coming. I'd heard our dogs barking before, and they're chasing stuff off, and we just don't even know what they're doing. Well, now I know. There's some other dogs in the neighborhood that our dogs have been chasing off. And that's so important to have a guard dog. And so we might elect to have a dog that's permanently outside when we get moved into the fenced-in area, just for an added layer. But if you're going to have a homestead and you're going to have animals, you've got to find a way to protect. And that is where I failed miserably. And so I'm reaping what I sow here. Poor planning, dead flock. Do you hear that? Yes. That is the beautiful sound of chicks. But before we talk too much about our new chickens, let's discuss what happened. It was just multiple failures on my part to see the potential dangers. So, yeah, we lost every one of them. You know, especially during this whole COVID-19, you know, egg shortages and all that. You know, we had our own eggs. And that's kind of the goal, is to be not fully self-sustainable. I'm not going that far, but to supplement a little bit with gardening and with chickens for food. And, well, life without chickens is it's just not living. If you don't have chickens at your house, you're missing out big time on the joys. In this little box, we have 4 different types of chicken. We have Easter eggers, because Easter's, and we got Rhode Island Reds, which are just they're just a sturdy, good layer. Then we got what's called an Isa Brown, which we've never had one of those before. I just got one. Apparently they're good layers. And then one tried and true leghorn, white leghorn. You gotta have a little white chicken in there. So we've got the color spectrum, kind of, that, you know, that's an important thing. You don't want to just have one color. You have to have a diversity of chicken colors, and they hopefully will lay different color eggs, which is very important for the egg basket, for aesthetic reasons. The inside of the egg's always the same. That doesn't change. It's just, although the store-bought eggs, the yolk is a lot lighter than your own eggs. They have a darker orange yolk. I don't know if you can hear them. That's a sweet sound, isn't it? Little chickens. So, we're pulling into the drive, and it's a big day. Everyone's going to be excited. We know the crazy chicken lady is going to be super pumped. The dogs are coming out to meet already. We have chickens. Is everyone excited? Are you excited about the chickens? Huh? Huh? JD says, we have chickens. We have chickens. You can do your job, JD. Alright. This one. She thinks this is a Happy Meal. Sniffy, this is not a Happy Meal. Stop licking your chops. She said, is that an 8-piece chicken nugget? I love an 8-piece chicken nugget. Alright, the great unveiling.
It's like a little Happy Meal.
It's your new home, little babies.
Oh, that's really nice.
I am vowing to be your rooster and your protector.
Oh.
Now, I'm tired of losing chickens.
Oh, jeez. I'd close put it in the one hand.
There you go, chickens.
There you go, chickies.
There you go. Look at them. Already found the food. See anyone getting any water yet? They're thinking about it. Oh, look how cute that one is. Look at that.
That's an Easter egg.